I agree that physical fitness is very important, especially for young people. And yeah, that's about all I agree with when it comes to Kamoshida. Is that physical fitness is good. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, there we go. The game has started. Uh, this woman wants $10,000. Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, I guess this is some like criminal type stuff. And $10,000, lady. How about just $100? You can do a lot with $100. Except pay for your business. Ugh. But yeah, yeah, Kamoshida. Despite the bad things he did, physical fitness is definitely very important. Not a big fan of volleyball though. I've been always been more of a fan of basketballs. Probably because I'm black. Racial humor. Anyway, let's beat up these goofballs. What the hell is this guy? Look at him. He's just vibing. What's his name? Dish Tracker. And what's this guy's name? Fox Crapuli. I don't know. That's probably a reference to something. Anyway, attack. Some people don't like how Yakuza game went all turn based, and I can see why. But I think it provides great opportunity to control multiple characters, and because the problem with the previous Yakuza games is that there would be so many characters, but you would just be playing as Kiryu, meaning that a lot of them wouldn't really get a proper amount of attention. But here, now that the game is turn based, we can have these characters tag along more often. Now, one thing that is a problem with the game's turn based combat is that if you're over leveled like I am, the game's combat can be a little too easy. And that's the case with a lot of JRPGs though. And to be fair, that was kind of the case with Yakuza 0 through 6. Because like I'll be honest, Yakuza games they're not that challenging. Even the hardest boss, you can still find a way to spam and beat it. But but yeah, whenever I play a Yakuza game, it's not to get feel challenged. If I want to feel challenged, I'll play something like Dark Souls. But the point of Yakuza is just to have a good time. Do all these wacky side stories, and really the problem Yakuza 8 Infinite Wealth, the one that I'm playing right now, it's a great game. Like if you want a game with just an endless amount of stuff to do, like dating and whatnot. Like there's a fun dating mini game and taking pictures of weirdos and beating up weirdos and all that great stuff. If you want a game that's full of crazy shit that you can do and see, then this game is for you. Like, look, there's a fucking cow just chilling right here, and you can make friends with it. And I'll give this cow a banana, and that cow now likes me. We're now friends on social media. For real, there's a social media app in this game where where you can make friends with people. It's called the Aloha app because the game's set in Hawaii. And oh man, I'm probably gonna get my butt kicked here because these guys are level 40 and I'm level 37 and 36. Maybe I can beat them. Combat is a big improvement over Yakuza 7 though, because now in Yakuza Infinite Wealth you can now move around during the turn-based combat, and it's pretty lit. I'm gonna use Wild Lasso on this guy. Gotcha. Oh, that almost got him. That almost killed him. Piss pistol. Ah, jeez, I did 185 damage. False prophet. Oh, jeez. Okay, so this guy's unpredictable. I want to use the ultimate tag team attack though. I just realized there's like 5 enemies too. But come on, guys, let's teach him a lesson. Oh man, when I first saw that, I fucking laughed so hard, man. Oh shit! It actually knocked them all out. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting to knock them all out. But it was worth it. Now her rank is up, and she gets a very small stat boost. But yeah, the gameplay is a lot better in this game than it was in Yakuza Seven. Yakuza Eight, and improved the turn-based combat. It's still interactive like a Paper Mario game. And the characters in this game are also just really cool. Uh, I do so okay. So one big problem with Infinite Wealth, or AKA Yakuza Eight, is that there's so much going on in the game that it feels like nothing happens during during certain moments. For example, in Yakuza Zero, once the plot started rolling, you always felt like you had something to do. There was a goal. Like, yeah, you could get distracted in Yakuza Zero, but there was still a very serious theme around that game. And Yakuza Infinite Wealth is still very serious. In fact, it has one of the coolest cutscenes I've ever seen in a Yakuza game. But the game is all over the gosh darn place. So I mean, we got to deal with Kiryu dying, and Ichiban trying to find his mother and whatnot, and it just becomes distracting. But at the same time, these characters are so likable and interesting that I just keep on going. And I gotta say, Infinite Wealth, this is possibly the longest Yakuza game I've ever played. Like, I thought Like a Dragon was long, but nah, bro. This one would definitely take up your time. Like in Infinite Wealth, there's a total of 14 chapters, and I'm only on chapter uh, 9, and I've invested almost 70 hours in this game. I'm halfway through the story technically, but I still haven't even gotten all the party members yet that I googled. There's a point in the game where Kiryu will split off from Ichiban and go back to Japan. So Ichiban has his own party and Kiryu has his own party. But yeah, man, this game is so long, especially if you don't skip any cutscenes or dialogue. And Ichiban, he's such a great protagonist too. The guy with the frizzy hair, if you don't know him, he radiates so much likability. Like, he's pretty much impossible to hate. I need to go back to watching Cowboy Bebop. You know what's messed up? I actually really liked Hunter x Hunter, the Hunter x Hunter reboot. I actually really liked it. People said it didn't get good until a certain point in the story, but I was like, nah. Like, episode one, I was already hooked. Like, the characters were just that likable. But yeah, I really gotta watch Hunter x Hunter. Unfortunately, I did buy the series, and I say unfortunately because when I bought the series, I didn't check to see if it was dub or a sub, and I accidentally got the English dub. And I don't want to waste money getting the sub version, so I'm just kind of stuck with the English dub. Now, when I first started watching Hunter x Hunter, that was before the English dub even happened, and I just got so used to hearing, the characters speaking their Japanese language. The dub, from what I've seen so far, though, is passable. Is good. I mean, it's a lot better than those, early '90s and 2000s anime dubs where, the characters would just sound completely out of place. Like Dragon Ball Z, for example, a lot of people praise that show for having a good English dub, but when you watch certain versions of the dub, it's pretty awful. Like, The Funimation dub is the only one I can go with, and even that one still has some faulty voice acting. All right, let's see what this woman wants. Well, you bring the money? Yeah, it's all here. Huh? What do you mean, huh? I just gave you $10,000, lady. Look at that. What? You surprised? I told you to get it done. And that's our end of the deal. Time to hold up yours. One question. Is it she seriously ignoring me? What is it? You were right that if I took this offer to the game, the torture me. Why do you just threaten to offer me? Well, we may be in a race, but the bad guys and everything. Urgency, that's the word I'm looking for. There's not much of a sense of urgency with Yakuza Infinite Wealth, which kind of makes sense because the character, is sort of on vacation and Kiryu is sick and Ichiban's, he's on a vacation in Hawaii, but the sense of urgency it's not that big of a scale in this game. It kind of reminds me of Yakuza 3, to be honest, because in Yakuza 3 there wasn't that much urgency in that game either because Kiryu settled down and is running an orphanage. The worst thing that could happen is that the orphans are dealing with a bully or some sort of conflict that they have. And in Yakuza Infinite Well, this game just loves to, during the beginning sections of this game, and hell, even in the middle, this game loved to introduce random side quests and sub stories. Now, to be fair, a lot of Yakuza games do that, but never to the extent that I've seen it done with Yakuza 8. Let's see, is there a taxi? Yeah, I'm gonna go to the taxi. I don't feel like walking all the way back there. But yeah, that's the word I was looking for, urgency. In Yakuza 0, there was definitely a sense of urgency. There's a blind girl who's in trouble. Kiryu is being hunted down. Kiryu is being hunted down by the Yakuza. And even though you can get distracted by stuff in Yakuza 0, there's still that feeling of urgency. And this is a fucking glitch in this game. Alright, so right here on the map, right? You see that symbol, that blinking symbol? That means taxi if you haven't played the game. I was told there was a taxi right here, and I haven't seen it. Like, this has to be a glitch. And you might be saying, if you're playing this game, you might be wondering, well, why don't you just call up a taxi on your smartphone and just have them take you? It's like, no. We're going to do this the cheapest way possible. To save money, to help me save an additional $7. Because that $7, that can take you to places. Going to a taxi in person is cheaper. Yeah, I'm about to... Okay, alright, I managed to avoid this random encounter because I don't really need to fight right now. And holy fuck. Holy shit, there's no taxi here either. The map fucking lied to me. Alright, Yakuza Infinite Wealth, you win. I will go on my smartphone and call up a taxi. Oh, wait, let me check the Suji decks. Holy crap, I haven't even discovered all the enemies yet. But yeah, in this game there are enemies that are humanoids, but what's funny about them is that while these are definitely humans, they all dress and look weird. They have their own unique design and whatnot, which helps. Which does help because the problem with previous Yakuza games is that you would often fight enemies that are very similar to each other. And the cool thing about turn-based combat games is that you can definitely get a lot more enemy variation. Even though some of these, like this enemy right here, can be a reskin. Like this is a reskin too. Like, let's see. I occasionally do put this game up and down every now and then because you can just spend hours on a chapter, man. And let's see, I don't remember this guy. Oh, a streamer who posts fights. Oh yeah, he was a streamer guy who was a total jerk. Sorry about that. I was just checking to see how many enemies I beaten. Anyway, ugh, time to go to a taxi. I want this game story to hurry up and end, but at the same time, I'm so invested with the side quests and other activities that I just can't stop playing it. And one thing that's really sad about playing as Kiryu is that he'll have flashbacks and memories about previous Yakuza games, and if you played the previous Yakuza games, those moments where you play as Kiryu just hit really hard. Let's see, does she have anything interesting to say? Aloha. Okay, she doesn't have anything interesting to say. There's also mini games where Ichiban can get into a date, all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, Yakuza 7 and 8 have these things called drink links. They're sort of like the social links in Persona games. But unlike Persona games, besides Persona 3 Reload, drink links are actually fully voiced, and they don't take forever to fulfill. Crazy, right?
例の宝石店ってことだよな。じゃあ、やっぱり本当にハワイに店を出し
Oh
てたのか。
man.
へえ、よく調べたな、足立さん。ここのマスターも見つけられなかったのに。ああ、そりゃ確かに文句言えたぎりじゃねえな。あ、いや、そんなことよりよ。ってことは、アキコさんに会えたんだよな。
Where the heck is Persona 2?